questions?
Check your man.
Antonio, Joe Williams, Gamecocks Central. Obviously, you played a lot of snaps last week with Devontae out. You had a huge game. I guess what a lot of us would call a career game for you. How does that speak to the strength and conditioning staff here at Carolina?
The strength and conditioning staff is going good. Fitz gets us into a lot of shape. I mean, he runs us when we have to. He let us rest when we need to.
Antonio, after such a tremendous game, were you maybe a little surprised that you weren't honored by the SEC in its weekly performances?
Most definitely, I felt like I deserved it, but I really don't get into all the politics. I just go out and play.
Antonio, a couple of questions. First of all, how'd you get the ball out of that guy's hands? It's like all of a sudden, and then how are you going to build on what you did Saturday for the rest of the season?
First of all, we were playing cover 2. I did nothing more than just fill my gap. Tackled the guy, I secured the tackle, and I stripped him. Once all the guys were holding him up and stripped him and made a big play.
And how are you going to build on?
Okay. Just watching film and trying to pick off some of their key plays that I know they're going to run. So just building and focusing week in and week out on that.
With Devontae back, are you glad to have a spell? Looked like you got a little winded there late in the game, or would you rather be out there every snap and they play Devontae somewhere else?
I mean, like any other athlete, man, I love to compete. I just want to be out there on the field. I mean, it's good to have guys back, but I want to be out there on the field.
Forget my question, sorry. Antonio, just with that specialized spur position, do you feel like you're kind of the best range of athlete to play that, can drop back in coverage or play up on the run?
Yes, I think I'm a dynamic type athlete. I can rush, I can cover, tackle, I can do a lot of things. And it's just great for me in that position.
Can you talk about this weekend's game against Georgia? I mean, they're kind of up against it a little bit, and certainly this seems like this would lay the foundation for everything you guys are trying to do this weekend. And what are you guys talking about when it pertains to Georgia?
I mean, Georgia's Georgia. They're gonna come in. They're gonna be ready. It's a conference game. They're gonna be hyped. We're gonna be ready too. We just gotta be ready to play. They run a pro style offense, which is a lot different from ECU because they were spread, but we just gotta come prepared to play a physical game.
Since you guys struggled a little bit with East Carolina early, is the team more determined to show the country that you are deserving of this high national ranking against Georgia?
Yes, sir. We're definitely going to be more focused. I think I don't know what we were thinking going into ECU with the turnovers and stuff. We just got to secure the ball and be just all around more focused.
Antonio back here, speaking of focus, it seems in the second half of that East Carolina game, the defense was just much more opportunistic, kind of gravitating to the ball. Can we expect to see that out of the defense in future games this season?
Yeah, of course. In ECU, at halftime, Coach Johnson came in the locker room and told us basically we were being lackadaisical and everybody wasn't running to the ball, so he just tried to get us set on guys running to the ball, and we came out in the second half and did that.
Antonio, is the Georgia game any more personal for you as a player than any of the other games on the schedule? Any of the rivalry games, Florida, Clemson?
All the games are the same to me. I mean, the conference game counts a little bit more than the out of conference game. So.
Antonio, you finished last season on a really good stretch of good performances in games. It's kind of carried over the first game of this year. Do you ever stop and think about just how well you've been playing in these past 7 or 8 games?
I do think about it, but really can't get caught up into it. You sort of got to move on week in and week out because it's different teams, and you get into all the hype. You just getting the team one step above, one step ahead of you.
Anything else? One back.
Just talk about a guy like Aaron Murray, who's been playing a lot of snaps in the SEC. What kind of challenges he presents to this defense, and what kind of things you got to do to make sure you limit his deficiency.
Well, he's a great quarterback. I mean, he's pretty young still, but he's very mobile. We have to stop him. We got to keep him contained. We have to stop him from getting out of pocket. He has to beat us with his arm.
When you first heard Spur, do you have any idea, how active a position you would play?
I really didn't know what I was getting into because I started out at safety and just covering and coming down and tackling every once in a while. But at Spurs, you're either in the box or you're out of the play. So I just try to do my best to just get around the ball at all times.
Anything else for Antonio?